they don't like me, I'ma live my life anyway. I ain't fucking with her if she ain't watching anime. You know the finest women in the world, you know they cosplay. Pocket full of money, yeah, yeah. Man, I came to play, yeah, yeah. Drop top, yeah, yeah. Drop top, yeah, yeah. All summer, yeah, yeah. I won't stop, yeah, yeah. Beat going crazy, it's a whole box.
Man, we got new features in here. We got on the block. Oh, niggas got mics now. We moving them up in the wall.
Well, first of
Hey.
all, welcome back to Nerd on the Street. And you know what we have not used in like forever? Our fucking slogan.
What?
Where
What
nerd
nerd is the
is
word?
word on
I
the
mean,
street.
because we elevated. They know, like they know. They know we just everywhere with it, so they don't care no more. Like they just like, oh, if they said, they said. If they don't, as long as we see them, that's all that matters. So yeah. So
Well, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about LA Comic Con. Maurice didn't go.
well, I'm poor, so sorry. You know,
Oh
cons are
my,
not cheap. You know, so
I'm poor.
just saying. I mean, y'all are right next door. Well, you're right next door to damn LA. I'm not. I have to get
He's
on a.
closer to me.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. I gotta go on a plane for some hours to get to that place. So
It's 4 hours.
That
it's a long
place.
time. It's a
That's not.
long time.
That's literally a nap.
LA is not cheap, and I ain't staying in Compton just for no Comic Con.
Snitch said Compton. Funny as
And we do have our. He's not a special guest anymore. You just go ahead and introduce yourself. You live here now.
Nah, that's kind of fun. I need you to redo that. I need you to
He
redo
said, "I
that.
need a better
Nah,
intro."
I need a better intro. You ain't gonna do me like that.
You're not
Go
a
ahead.
guest anymore. You
How
live
am I
here.
not?
Man, if you
You
don't get this,
live here.
if you don't get this man
That's
this
like
intro,
that's just like how any black person come into the house supposed to say hi, nigga. You supposed to introduce me, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
You've been on the podcast like 4 times
This is
already.
my first time on the stream yard. It's the first time they
Oh
seeing
Lord.
my
Exactly.
All
face.
Yeah,
It
right,
didn't
all
yeah.
apply
right,
the
all
face to
right,
the name.
all right.
Dang,
Damn.
Jesus Christ,
Jesus.
they just
All
own it
right.
today.
So, just in case you guys have not listened to the podcast, this is my. We're gonna work on the best friend part because he tripping. But
Mm-hmm.
this
She ain't
is one
doing
of my
right.
friends. I am on his podcast, Tapping
Mm,
No Capping, and
mm.
he has a few other podcasts that he goes on. But this is
It's the comment KHA_man.510. That's the Bay. You feel me? You can catch me on Universal Base and catch me on Tapping No Capping with if you're nerdy, you seen it with your pen. But today they gonna call me Mr. Keep that same energy because this nigga wanna call me
Jesus
best friend all
Christ.
the time. But now to the world, she wanna just call me regular friend. So you know what I'm
nah,
saying?
that is my
We gonna
best friend.
keep same energy. Oh no,
Nah,
it's
that is my best
okay.
friend. I ain't
No,
doing
it's
that.
okay.
We gonna work on the best friend part because he
You
was
work on it.
having an
You
issue.
work. You don't want having problems. Go ahead.
I don't have a problem. Anyway, so because Sir Jason Rain did not go to LA Comic Con, there was a lot of stuff that like we got to do for real. Well, got to see anyway. Um, I snuck away into a panel. When they lost me.
You
I
snuck away.
don't.
What do you mean by that? Like, what panel was this?
How does that work in the same sentence? How do you sneak away and we lost you?
Well, when I disappeared and y'all were looking for me, I have walked into a panel,
Ah,
and then when
okay.
I came
So,
back,
so really, they
I
didn't lose
because
you. So,
everybody
Right.
is taller than everybody's taller than me. So when they lose sight of me, I'm just lost at that point. And so I walked into one of the little panel rooms. And they were talking about art, and then I walked out. It wasn't like it was a bad panel or anything. They were talking about art, and I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting," and then I left because
It
my
couldn't
sister
have been that interesting.
my
It's
sister was
not
calling
what it
me at
sounds
that
like.
point. My sister was calling me at that point in time. Was, "Where are you?" And I was like,
Mm.
"Oh." They noticed I wasn't there anymore.
so the real question is, were you going? If she didn't call you, was you going to stay?
Yes,
Mm.
Uh huh. Okay.
I would say.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
Okay.
my god. So what was your favorite part of the con?
You and Jew, that was it. I mean, my biggest thing was seeing y'all because I haven't seen Jew in a long time. For people who don't know who Jew is, he's my co-host on Tapping Up Capping. You feel me? we ain't kicked it in a second, so it was nice to hang out again at LA Comic Con with the rest of Blurred Proof Entertainment and the Blurred people. You feel me? Hanging out with Kaori and her sister for the first time. Ashley, shout out to Ashley. And we had a good time. I went to the beach for the first time. I'm from the Bay Area, so that was my first time being in LA and actually kicking it. I've been to LA a few times, but because I'm a hood nigga, I'm usually in and out. I don't really just be out and about. You know what I'm saying? If you understand, feel me? Nothing needs to be said. But yeah, when I went to LA, we actually went to the beach. We went to a little Blurred kickback party, which was fired, and
Hey, those Blurred parties, Jesus Christ. Listen, niggas really don't know that. Yeah. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So yeah.
No, there's no interruption. It's very needed to be said.
They just don't know.
Yeah. What he say in the song? The finest women in the world cosplay.
Cosplay, they do. Listen, on a side note, I took my partner. He really he in the anime, but he not really into it like that. He just part time. I took him to NYC. He said, "Bro, what the fuck is going on? There's some bad bitches up in here." Yeah, they fine now. Yeah, they fine now. Super fine. Come on now. And then we went to a party, super lit. Oh Jesus Christ! So those anime parties are like a whole nother animal. Like those girls, not even like they heavenly, just heavenly. That's all I got to say about that. Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, back to the LA Comic Con, man. What all did y'all do?
Well, like you said, we went to the kickback that was afterwards. I thought that was probably one of the most, because like when we went to Dragon Con, they had one as well, but it was like a rave. It was an anime rave, so it was like a shit ton of fucking people. But when we went to this one, it wasn't like, I mean, it was a lot of people, but it wasn't like a shit ton of people. Like you could still move around and everybody was dancing, and they had like the runway thing going on where they were showing off people's cosplays. I thought that was really fun. And then I met my TikTok crush. That was the first person I saw when I walked in the door.
You didn't shoot your shot, so it don't matter.
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? You didn't go to the rim.
We talk all the time.
That doesn't mean nothing. You ain't going to the rim.
As soon as I walked in, because I had messaged him and I was like, "Are you going to the party tonight?" And he was like, "I'm already in here." I was like, "Okay," but I didn't see that text message until way later. And so as soon as I walked in, I was like looking around, and we get to like the back room where they had like the dance floor and the drinks and the bar and all that shit. And he's sitting on a chair with his brother, and he saw me before I saw him, and he just had this big ass smile on his face. And the hug was the longest. It was
I'm so happy to meet you.
You did. You did.
I know that feeling. Like, yo, like go to the bathroom now. Like that.
It's funny because we've been friends for like 2 years and literally had never met until like that night.
Listen, there ain't nothing really there them social media relationships. Yeah, you comment on niggas' statuses, you like each other's stuff, be in a DM, but when y'all get together, y'all in love. I promise you, we're in love. Like we love each other. So yeah, that shit is for real. I'm telling y'all.
So do you have any plans to go to any other cons? Sir Jason, yes.
Well, I'm getting my ticket for DreamCon next week.
Yes.
I am going to Momo. I can lock in MomoCon.
I thought you weren't going to MomoCon.
Well, I changed my mind, nigga. Oh, damn.
So first of all, don't do that, because when we had the conversation over the phone, you were like, "Ooh, MomoCon, I'm gonna do that." And then later on in the schedule, you was like, "Actually, I might have to skip over MomoCon." So I was just
not thinking about it. No, hold on. Am I not thinking about it? When is MomoCon dropping again? In May? I'm gonna be in Vegas. You're right. Damn.
Oh, okay. Go and sit there with me.
You mad?
Yes.
What you mad for? Because at this point, man, it's personal. At this point, it's personal. Why
Y'all
you
not
get into
about
it with
to play
everybody? What's
the
going
whole
on?
fucking show. I know
Don't worry. Don't worry. You need a little love. It's okay. You just need a little love. Don't worry. After the podcast, call your friend. They can give you a little bit of love. So you don't gotta be on our backs, cause we know what's going on. It's okay. But to answer your question, I'm going to DreamCon. Yes, I was. I am not going to MomoCon. No, I'm going to New York Comic Con. Yes, and I'm going to AWA next year. Yes,
I thought
three
you
of them.
weren't going to New York Comic Con because you went to New York Comic Con already.
No, I've been to Anime NYC. You said they're two different
Oh,
things. So I'm going to New York Comic Con.
okay. So we'll be in the
So
same. We'll be in the same place like 3 times.
yeah, three times because you gave me your list, so I know where you're going to be. So but actually, I ain't gonna lie, that one out there in Vegas look kind of straight. Level up. What's it gonna be?
Level
What's
up.
it hitting now?
Level
Yeah.
up is level up is actually kind of interesting. I went to it last year. Um, the first 2 days. I didn't go the last day, but that one was like more cosplay oriented. So they had like 4 or 5 different cosplay tournaments and cosplay contests. And at one point, they had a like build your cosplay under like a timer. So they gave you the materials and you had like a certain amount of time to build a cosplay.
From scratch?
Mm.
And niggas getting the most basic shit out of me. Don't give me nothing from scratch. Shit.
It was interesting to see like, and it was really like the people who have been doing it for a long time. It was interesting to see them do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Con man, are you going to any other beside? Because I know you're going to San Diego Comic Con instead of DreamCon.
Well, that was the only one I have solidified in the plans. I wish I was actually going to DreamCon with the
I
gang.
mean, you still can go.
They can't. They're in the same exact weekend.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's trash.
That's what Shadow Clone is very useful. Shadow Clone.
I only wish. Yeah, that would be. Even if I had a shadow clone, bro, I don't know if I got enough chakra to keep that nigga around to even make it past a day at
Yeah,
DreamCon
you,
because
you
it take
really
a
just
lot
gotta
of
do it.
energy.
You
Huh?
gotta go Saturday. You gotta go Saturday on the super lit day.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My shadow clone gonna be worn out. I gotta. I don't know if he got enough. Gonna have enough chakra between the both of us splitting it to make it through DreamCon because DreamCon and San Diego Con is a lot of effort you got to put into to be there, man. It's a lot of crowd, it's a lot of walking, it's a big con. You got multiple things that you're trying to see, do. You feel me? So yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I would definitely say that DreamCon was amazing last year. I mean, despite all the controversy of what people said last year, things not being as organized or whatnot. I had a great time. If you're the type of person who are a fan of the community and not just a fan, you feel what I'm saying? You're gonna love it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's a big difference. If you are a person that likes to network and talk to other people and go to the parties and you feel me, make those type of connections, then DreamCon's the place to be. But if you're
Yeah.
there just to see like RDC World and woo woo, you're not gonna have a good time because they're
Yeah.
consistently working. They're not really gonna be around. They're not there to like for them to be accessible to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And the same goes
Yeah.
with the people that they invite. You might get lucky to make it to a panel because, like I said, the lines are really long and it's a big con. If you get lucky to be on the panel, you feel me? Even with that being said, they're not going to be accessible to you. So go for the right reasons. Don't go because you're a fan. Be a fan of the community. For
Yeah.
sorry, San Diego Comic Con, that's the Comic Con you go to be a fan because that's the one where you have celebrities literally just walking the alleyways and you feel me? I mean the walkways. You got all the celebrities going to the panels and you feel me? So in that case, yes, go to San Diego Comic Con. Especially if you make it into Hall H.
Hell yeah, I like that, man, because I did hear a lot of like bad stuff about DreamCon as far as like the organization wise, but in my mind, I was like, maybe I be going for the wrong reason. 'Cause I don't be giving a fuck about none of that shit. Like the panels, I rarely go to the panels. I really just like to walk around, see the people, have fun, turn up, da 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 da. So, hell yeah, I'm glad you gave that insight on DreamCon because niggas was really ragging them like they wasn't lit like that.
I mean, it's not that it wasn't lit, but if you're harboring on the organization, yeah, no, it definitely needs to be better organized. That was no cap in that. Like, definitely was. I'm not gonna rag on them because it is a blurred. You feel me? A black con. I'm not gonna get on them too hard. There are some things I was like, hey, that's crazy. Like so I did a whole. There was an episode I did with this girl named The Real Kima. I don't know if you know who that is, but she's the girl who went viral for saying to cancel DreamCon. And
Jesus.
So I had her on Tapping No Capping, and we discussed it with a whole bunch of people who went to to DreamCon, but they was blurred people. And they addressed her, and she had her rebuttals, or she had her reasons. And she showed me a clip where all the lights turned off in one of the panel rooms. You feel me? There's literally other YouTubers who was invited to go to DreamCon to be panelists, and DreamCon had promised that they would have all their equipment there, that they would be set to go. Then when they got there, none of the shit was there, or it wasn't ready to go. So there was a lot of. I mean, the biggest thing for me. But it depends. Like I said, it depends if you're a man of the community. Because I started this off as I'm a hood nigga. So for me, when things are kind of organized, it's kind of right up my alley. Because I'm like, oh, so you mean a nigga get to?
Yeah, exactly. Like niggas like shit. We got
I'm finna in this bitch. Like if you ain't saying nothing to them niggas, now I'm really finna take advantage. You feel me? But
they ain't taking tickets. Oh shit! Oh hell yeah!
No, for real. I'm serious. Like, for real. I'll hit that back door. Woo woo. Hey, that's just me. That's just me. If you a hood nigga, hey, have fun. But if you a stand up citizen,
Jesus Christ,
it's gonna be some issues because like the lines were extremely long. But again, they didn't have enough staff. They didn't have a lot of security. So like you literally could skip the line unless somebody say something to you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to enforce whether or not if you was in that line or not. So everybody was pretty much skipping the lines. So even people who had RVSP or set a reservation for that spot to be at that panel or wherever it is that you was trying to be a part of, you might just get skipped because they was doing first come first serve. And it was like, well, what's the whole point of even using the app and going reservation and paying for shit if y'all going first come first serve? And they literally just shut down the app because the shit. So it was unorganized to the point. It wasn't organized. However, I had a ball. I had a great time. And you can buy alcohol inside the con. So I was having a great time.
I'm bringing my own concoction. I ain't cap. I'm bringing my own concoction.
I don't know if they'll let you. They did search like your backpack and shit like that. I don't know if they'll let you. But again, if you're a hood nigga, you might get through. I'm
about to say they search the Powerade bottles. Oh, this is my Powerade. Yeah. Oh, yes.
I will say I did appreciate that all the staff that I noticed were all black, and I did appreciate that as well. So,
oh hell yeah, that's lit. That's super lit. Hell yeah.
It was so much of a party little con. I saw one of the staff members giving up her number. I said, I saw you, girl. Okay,
oh yeah, she go. Oh yeah,
you working double time, huh?
What time you get off, girl? Oh, right, get off.
You same time next year. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I was respecting the hustle. I'm like, okay, I see you, King. Get that.
Yeah. He gonna be at DreamCon every year.
Every year.
Oh shit! Hell yeah. Mm-mm. So, what was some of the best things that y'all experienced at the LA Comic-Con?
I'll let Kaori start. She looked very confused. She been
no. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. So again, like I said, Kaori was a good time. Ashley was a good time.
On the side note, Ashley a sucker. Let's start there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You wouldn't say that to Ashley face though.
You crazy as hell. Yeah, man, I got video footage. I'm saying she a sucker.
Ashley,
come here.
Man, she not like that. I keep telling people, don't let her fool you. She not like that.
She ain't like that towards me, but I bet she be like that towards you though.
I put how much you want to bet? I promise you, Ashley's not like that.
Find out. She just called her.
Ashley,
okay, call her up. She
You don't
she a
know
whole
Baby D. That's
sucker.
why you talking like that, because you don't
I
know
know
Baby
I know her. I know Baby D. She's soft. She really soft as hell. Don't let
D.
her fool y'all. Please, internet, don't be fooled. Please, Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. Not
Maurice is
soft as
talking to
hell.
you. Maurice, what did you say?
I said she a whole sucker.
He said you a sucker.
Okay.
Exactly. Told you.
Why?
He over here talking
Soft.
shit like usual.
Soft. Told you. I told you,
She,
bro. Soft.
she not with all that talking shit.
She said you
Bro,
not
yes,
worth
she
her
is.
time. She
Yes,
said
she
you not worth her
is.
time or energy or talking.
Yeah.
Important to wash my socks and argue.
What she
What
what
you
she
should say?
said?
Wash her
Said
socks.
it's more important to wash her socks than argue with you.
Sound good.
Tragic.
So are y'all gonna tell me what was the best parts of y'all
I tried
experience?
to. You get me with
Oh, go
the
ahead.
crazy transition.
Yeah,
uh,
tell
but
me what's up with it.
so my partners, they worked the booth for Blurred the Blurred booth. And so, you know, speaking about bringing alcohol into the cons, I snuck my alcohol into LA Con, and we all sat at the Blurred booth and drank and chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? That was a good time. Bought me some Blurred merch. Speaking of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need to
Shout out
see that.
to
Hold on.
shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? That's the hat, but
I like
I
that.
got the sweater and everything too. Kaori was supposed to get something, but I guess she got distracted. Oh, what
No,
else?
I didn't get distracted. I asked the price of something, and everybody who was giving me the answer is who got distracted.
So what
I
happened
don't
to the
know.
follow through?
I said, "How much is this?" I said,
Huh?
"How much is this?" And they said, "Oh, hold on." And then people came in the shop, so I was just like, "All right."
So you didn't
But
follow
it's
through?
not like they don't have a website for me to buy shit.
That's true, but I am positive it's cheaper in person, especially
I
because
mean,
I
it
was
don't
plugging
matter to
you
me.
through me. You feel me? I got my discounted. So,
It
Mm.
don't
but
matter to me.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
uh,
you got she got money. You know,
it's
she gonna
got
pay double the price.
money.
She,
Money.
yeah,
All right.
she better have
Express.
money. All them languages she speaks. She better have some money.
Listen.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
what else? So that was fun. Sneaking alcohol into the con. I spoke to Antoine Bedell. He is a very popular YouTuber who usually covers Avatar. He has a book that came out. I'm actually currently reading the book. That's also right behind me. Oh, you just knew I was gonna bring that shit up? Look at you. For the
Now
first
I'm about to
time
say,
prepping. For the first time in your life. I am so
What
proud
the
of you.
fuck ever?
She never preps, bro. We've had this conversation twice. But yes, hard copy. Supposed to be doing the interview with him. We will see if he follows through. He emailed me, but he hasn't followed up, just like I told Kaori following through. So we will see if he's still doing the interview with us on this 15th. That was really dope. So a little backstory about me is I do when I first was in the blurred space or nerd space, I was doing like versus battles and shit like that. And that's what kind of got my name out there for people who like to want to invite me to different like podcasts and be a part of their group and help grow their platform because it got a lot of traction. So I not that I got it from him, but that was also inspired by him because he started off doing verses and then doing breakdowns and coming out with his own book and stuff like that. So I just love what he did. And because that's something I always talked about anyways, I was like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it.
oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, you
So
might as
like
well.
yeah. So like that's the that was probably the first guy I've ever followed on YouTube because unlike most people, when YouTube just came out, I wasn't one of those people who was on YouTube watching content creators. I wasn't into YouTube. I didn't know nothing about YouTubers, and he was the only person that had a content that I was like, you know what? I can follow this nigga. I think this is good content. I think this is a good, good subject matter and stuff to continuously like watch multiple videos. So he was like the first person I like ever subscribed to. You feel me? So
Oh hell
yeah,
yeah. And when y'all gonna get that interview popping on the 15th?
it's supposed to be on the
Hopefully.
15th. We will see. We will
Hell
see. I
yeah.
hope he follows through. If he does not, we will have a substitute episode that we come up with. But yeah,
How
though,
was that? How was that book that he? How was those books that he published? Are they good
So this,
books?
I don't know about the prequel if that's the one that she showed, but the one I'm reading right now is actually really good. It's I'm in chapter 4, and it's basically about like it's very black. They speak it in Bonics. Um
Oh hell yeah!
yeah, they have a lot of slang. They have magic. There's death, there's mystery. And that's on I'm only in chapter 4. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like it so far. I like it so
Hell yeah!
far.
That's what's up.
The main character comes off as a deco, but we gonna you feel me? We gonna get deeper into it and I can update y'all. Like I said, I'm only in chapter 4 right now. But so far it's a high recommend so far, and I'm only in chapter 4, so
Hell
definitely
yeah!
check it out and see what's going on.
Yeah, we
Uh
definitely got to support more black authors and shit like that.
definitely.
Definitely.
Speaking
So
of, Doctor, talk to him. Tell the people. Huh? Talk your
I
shit.
was going to bring that up later because I wanted to talk about the other two people that we spoke to at LACon. So we went to the Stranger Comics booth where he was, talking about his comics. And one of his characters is a character that I actually just did on my TikTok, and her name is Niobe. Um, his is also he went to Comic Con South Africa
Hold on,
and
go get my
actually
go get my lip.
um redid the Niobe character. If you've seen the Woman King, have you seen the Woman King?
I have.
The
I have.
daughter, the daughter.
Okay.
He reimagined the character after her, and she's
Okay.
also part of the story.
That's
And he
fire.
gave me the exclusive book. It wasn't out yet. It might be now, but when he gave it to me, it wasn't out yet.
Hmm.
And I just have to actually tag him in the video once I post it, and then he's willing to do an interview with us, Nerd on the
Oh hell
Street,
yeah.
as well as with Tappin' No Cappin'. We just have to call him and set that up whenever we're ready. And then of course we talked to Marco the artist, and we actually just had his interview the other day. So I'm gonna like clip those and get those onto our podcast so that we can have that information as well, because I talked to him on behalf of us as well. And if you don't know Marco the artist, he did this.
Oh, he did that.
Yes.
Oh, he going crazy. Those were going crazy. Hey, Mufasa, he
Yes.
was dripping too hard, man. I
And
ain't gonna
he
lie,
does
man.
have his
Simba look
Pride
kind.
Lands project. His Pride Lands project is actually about to turn in. It's like a moving comic right now, turning into like a series, and he's got the voice actors getting ready and everything like that. And of course, Sarabi and Mufasa standing next to each other. I got that couple print.
Yeah, we needed that because that was going crazy on the internet when I first seen it. I
Mm,
said, boy, that boy got Mufasa in the loafers.
mm.
Jesus, man,
Listen,
that
when I
was.
was walking by him actually, because they had Logic towards the back.
Hmm.
And so I was walking back that way to see what was going on with the Logic booth. And I passed by the Scar cutout, and I wasn't paying attention, and I saw it in like my peripheral, and I was like, I know that drawing. And then I
Oh,
go and I see his booth, and I was just like, oh my God. So I stood and talked to him for a good minute.
you said it
And
just like that. Oh my god.
I
Oh
did.
my
And
god.
I stood and talked to him for a good minute. And then that's when I bought a print and I bought a sticker. My sticker apparently got lost. I don't know where my sticker went to. But I
Hmm.
did have a print. And then we did meet an artist who does hand drawn. And I got, Khan actually bought me the Moon Knight drawing.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna grab it. Hold on, let me grab it so y'all can see it.
I mean, where is it at?
Hold on, I see it. Let me grab it. Hell,
Man, you didn't have to move the cam. Man,
the
nobody
Denver
looking.
belt, actually.
Man, yeah, tell me anything. Tell us anything. You see this audience? This is what I gotta do.
Show
Man.
us that.
Jesus Christ. Hurry up and get it. It should be right there in arm's length.
Oh my God, I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
show it while you sitting there talking all that shit over there.
Yeah, yes, you was. You were gonna show it.
Okay, so before I get to the other one, here's the print that I got.
Okay, yeah, super fire. Look at that queen right there.
Right, and then this is the drawing.
Oh hell yeah.
And then, of course, if you guys are like You know how we were younger, we had Tamagotchi pets and Neopets and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Neopets is coming back, and I got
A
a
calendar.
2024 calendar.
Jesus Christ. The next thing you know, they're gonna bring Furbies back. Jesus Christ.
Furbies
Okay.
came back a while ago. They're
And
bringing
they're
Neopets
gone now.
back, and I got the stickers. I bought a little keychain pet. And then they gave this the calendars for free. If you go
Mhm.
onto their website, if you go onto their Instagram and follow them, or onto their TikTok and follow them.
Oh,
So
okay. We definitely gonna drop those links right there when we get done with all everything that we talk about right now, as far as the books, as far as the calendars, we dropping all those links right there because yeah, we need to support that. Like real
yeah,
shit.
100%. Y'all already know. Um,
So tell me about this blur party that you went to. Let's go into detail about that. Go into live
so
details.
the Blur party was interesting. So when you first walk in, there's a gaming room. So they were
Okay.
playing
Super fire.
PlayStation. I think they were playing PlayStation. They were playing a game when you came in, and we were like, there ain't nobody here. Like, we're not on time. So ain't nobody in this fucking room, but you have to go like to the back around the corner, and they have the dance floor, the runway, and then outside was food. And before you get outside was the bar. It was fun. It was kind of like the music was okay in the beginning. After they started getting into the runway where people were showing off their cosplays, then they started playing music for Black people,
Mm.
Not start playing music from black people. Jesus Christ.
They started playing the music for people of color, because then they hit us with some Latin music too. So, and then it was like some
Oh, they
reggae.
were trying to appease everybody. They was
Yes.
over there salsa.
Had some Caribbean music too.
Yeah, we did.
Oh man.
So it really was fun, and I think that's where I met a few people. This one girl in particular, she saw me. Everybody saw me before I saw them because I really wasn't paying attention, and I had a drink in my hand.
Mhm.
But she
What
was
kind
like,
of drink?
"Oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. You look great." And I just recognized her because her hair was pink as hell, and I was like, "You look great," and she was like, "Me and you need to get on the stage because your boobs are just as big as mine." And I was like, "No,
Like,
they
I'm
are
not
not.
that drunk. I said I am not
I'm
that
not."
drunk.
But everybody was having like a really, really good time.
Hell yeah.
Did you enjoy the party?
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying?
He was networking like most of the time.
Yeah, I was. Kaori was twerking. That was cool.
She can dance.
Yeah, surprisingly, with her suburban.
I never knew. Never knew. Never knew. Never knew. Never. Never knew.
That's
Never
crazy.
knew. I just assumed she had no rhythm. That's why I never seen her dance. And I just
Mm-mm.
was it moving? Was it moving for real?
That's
Now I'm
crazy.
curious. What?
That's crazy. She was facing towards me, so I only saw
You didn't look
Top-
behind it.
top bounce. Not in. No.
Top bounce. That don't count.
Yeah.
That
He
don't
was
count.
he
Hell
was
no.
not behind me. He
Oh
was
shit.
Yeah, I wasn't
But I thought-
behind Ashley. I was on
Not
the
saying
side
you were
of her.
behind.
Yeah,
like,
but
behind her,
I'm just saying we gotta be specific what we talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Y'all funny, man. Yeah. No, I wasn't behind her. I was, like walking behind her. Like I wasn't behind.
with space between us.
Yeah, there was no. I didn't feel anything. I'm saying I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. Oh, okay.
I mean, we gotta be, you know what I mean? Because apparently somebody was mad at somebody for somebody knowing that somebody was out there. So I just gotta make sure
That's a lot of
somebody.
somebody.
It's a lot of somebodies. You feel me?
That's a
So
lot
just in
of
case
somebody.
somebody listening, I had to make sure that another somebody was in the clear. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yes. It was fine.
No, you at this point. Okay, I'm about to say what's going on. That was
Well,
crazy. Okay, hold on. On the side note, I have to go because I have another interview at 7.
Yes, you
So
do.
y'all can finish this thing on the. Listen, y'all are so funny. Like I thought I was bad, but y'all are so funny.
This
And
man.
yeah. So
You need to come on tapping no capping, bro. I think I don't know what we have specifically in store for this Friday. If we don't do the interview, I was telling Kaori that I want to do an episode called Talk My Draws Off.
oh
And
Jesus.
and I wanted and I want to do the episode for like characters that you feel like either had that accent that was like, bro, just the way she talk or the way she sound or
Oh, I need that.
or
I
what that
I get
person
off at ten
says.
thirty. I get off at 10:30. I get off at 10:30. I'll be at home by 11:30. What time is that? What time y'all be shooting?
We usually do it at 8 and it's on a
Mm,
Friday. Are you still working?
That's
Are you
eight.
is
That's eight. So eight. Y'all time is 11.
what time is
yes,
that for you?
My time
11.
Oh, so it's good for
11.
him then.
Yeah, I about to say. So I should be home by that
Okay,
time.
for sure.
Hopefully,
Then we good.
hopefully. I'm
I
not gonna say
mean,
I'll be at home at 11 because sometimes I walk through the door at 11:30.
I
Sometimes I
was
walk
about
through
to
the
say,
door at 12
essentially, you
o'clock.
could come on, but you would just be late.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay, cool. Well, hell yeah. Yeah. I need that because there's a few anime girls that yeah can get my back. But yeah, but listen, I'm finna get up out of here. We gonna be with y'all next week, and y'all they gonna finish up the show. We all love y'all. I love y'all the most. I don't know about these two, but I love y'all the most.
Oh,
So I'm finna get up out of here. Goodbye, y'all.
Yeah, awesome. Well, did you have any other words about LA Comic Con or any of the future cons? Are you going to any other ones besides San
again,
Diego
I've only planned for San
or San
Diego. If I
Diego?
am gonna go to another con, I'll let you know. The ones that's easily accessible for me is Stockton Con and Sacramento Comic Con, SacCon and Stockton Con. But I do want to travel out to go to some cons this year. So I'll be going to San Diego for sure. I don't know which other ones I'll be going. LA Con is seeming is going to be like every year. You know what I'm saying? Because all the peoples
No.
is there when they go. So I might be going to LA Con again
Yeah,
this
that one's
year.
in December.
I would like to go to BlurredCon because that's the only one I've actually like put on the bucket list as far as cons I want to go to be like officially I'm a con goer. You feel me? I've been to DreamCon, big one. I've been to San Diego Comic Con, that's another big one. You feel me? So it's like I feel like Dragon Con and fucking BlurredCon is like the two other ones I need to put on my list to be like, nah, nigga, I really do
Yeah,
this shit.
Dragon Con was fun as hell, but we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going. The list that I made are the ones that I am officially going to. So I'm going to WonderCon because I can't go to San Diego Comic Con because WonderCon is just San Diego Comic Con in March.
Mm.
And then Level Up is here. That's in April. And then MomoCon is in Atlanta. That's in May. And then there's like a break, I'm pretty sure. And then it's DreamCon. I have to think. Oh, I am going to BlurredCon. I am going to
So you
BlurredCon.
are going.
Yes.
When is that
And
supposed to be?
BlurredCon is in August. So I think
Okay,
it's
that's close
August
to my
23rd.
birthday.
Yeah,
You want me
I
to
think it's
come with?
August 23rd.
You want to make that the plan?
Mm.
We can do that.
Mm. I don't know actually when BlurredCon is. I have the cruise part. Like I have the schedule of the things that I have because I had to include the cruise on the list. So it would be the week before the cruise is when BlurredCon is. I was about to get cussed out just now. Oh, never mind. I lied. It's not even in August. BlurredCon is in July. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, you was about to get cursed out.
BlurredCon is in July.
Oh, it's in July.
Yep, it's July 12th through the 14th.
That's still doable.
Yeah, because something else is in August.
How are we doing it?
Are we? I am
Yeah.
for sure.
Did you already book like rooms and shit like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
The tickets. I didn't see that the tickets were on sale just yet, but it looks like they might be, and they're only like $75 for all the days.
Okay. All right, I'll let you know. I mean, I'm gonna go. When I say I'll let you know, I'm gonna do it. Like you just
Yeah.
let me know when it dropped. But then there's when I say let you know, there's actually another con that I really wanted to go to. And I'll let you know if they do it again because I missed it this year and they had such a beautiful fucking lineup for like celebrities and voice actors that I really want to talk to. But it's like I don't know if it's Minnesota or something like that, but it's somewhere that's not hella far. Like it's drivable if I wanted to drive. But yeah, I wanna send that to you next time
Yeah,
I
somebody
see what they got
actually
going
on
on.
TikTok asked me to come to St. Louis Comic Con, and I was like,
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, what cons are you? What, like, you have-
What's that like though? Okay, like if you when guys or whoever reach out to you to like be at places for cons, do you get weirded out or is it naturally like a compliment?
I think it's like kind of just based on like the stuff that I do. I don't mind when people say you should come out to here,
Mm,
and like if that's like your intention, like oh you should come to this con because I think you should like you'll have a good time. I don't mind those, but you know like everybody's intentions when they say things like that are not the same. So I mean,
mm,
I guess it just like depends on like how you're saying it and what you're saying it for. Like it was a girl that like she commented on one of my videos. Actually, it was a video that I posted of our um LA Comic Con thing. There, she was just like, "Please come to St. Louis," and I was like, "Oh, what cons do you guys have out there?" So I think they have like St. Louis Comic Con or something like that, which I think St. Louis isn't far from here. So,
okay. That's what's
but I
up.
would have to like figure out where that is in the list of cons that I have.
Okay, but now with that being said, on your list, are you going to tell them what you have in store as far as an author? Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. So for all of my nerd on the street tours, we are about to start like kind of moving forward. So if you guys just so happen to see like some merch coming out and things like that, be prepared for it. Okay.
Be
And then
prepared.
and then of course like some different interviews and things like that. But when I
She a
do
star,
start
y'all.
when I do start going to more of the cons to get more exposure for Nerd on the Street, I am trying to have my book that I am hoping to have published by my birthday, but it'll probably be before then because my birthday is in March. So it'll probably be before then. So when we finally do get a booth at a con, my book will be there. It's a horror anthology and it's got, you know, all of the stories that, you know, my dad thinks I need psychiatric help with. But, you know, it's an opinion, right? So one of the stories I think it's going to be my featured story is if you've ever been on vocal media, that's where people just write all kinds of different stories. My story was top story for the entire month of October. So I think that'll be like my featured story. So just be looking out for that. I will, of course, tell you guys when it goes on sale. And we're going to have a website and all kinds of stuff like that. So, is there anything else that you want to say?
There is.
What is
One,
it?
congratulations.
Thank you.
Good kudos to you.
Thank
Many
you.
applause. I got pizza in my other hand. Um Speaking about voicing, right? We just did an episode on Tapping No Capping with Masterminds Connect.
Masterminds Connect.
Good job. And my guy is looking for voice actors for
Pride
his
Lands.
Pride Lands. What would you call that? Animation or
Yep, it's like
yeah,
a moving comic at this point, but he is
yeah.
doing like an animation where they do need voice actors.
And with the interview that we have done, he is saying he doesn't want to hear you going over the lines of Lion King. He wants you to do an impression of what you feel like a modern day this Lion King character would sound like in your own impersonation. So if you are interested and you are a voice actor with work, not just interested, but actually have work to show, hit my guy up because he is looking for voice actors.
That he is. And again, for those who typically listen to the podcast, I am going to just kind of like have parts of that interview put together to put on the podcast so you guys can hear it, so you guys can hear it from him, so you guys can hear like, you know, how he felt about Star Wars and that very controversial opinion about Batman being better than the entire Marvel universe.
Boy, he was doing so good throughout that whole interview until he said that, bro.
So I'm gonna have that for you guys so you guys can hear that. And then just know that what goes on to the YouTube channel is definitely going to be different than what goes on to the podcast. Because I want you guys to get a variety of different topics. And I just kind of feel like it's redundant to have what we talk about on the YouTube channel also being on the podcast when we can talk about something completely different there. So
what she's saying is subscribe, nigga.
Like,
don't think
share,
you just gonna get the
subscribe.
plug by being on part of one thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We need
And
all
just
that,
in
all
case
them
y'all
type
don't
of views.
know, whenever you go, the Nerd on the Streets logo will be on there so you guys can see it. But yeah, that is all that I have for today. I wanted you guys to get kind of like a rundown of how our Comic-Con experience, our LA Comic-Con experience went.
If you ever meet Kaori in person, she is a sweetheart. Don't be intimidated by her resting bitch face. She is a really lovely lady. You might have to keep your eyes leveled so you can catch her, but she is an amazing person and she is very supportive and she would love to connect with you if you have good business breeds.
Aww. He's working on that best friend thing.
No, I'm not. That's your co-host, remember?
Well, and also I am very short, so you got to pay attention or you might miss me. And of course, if you ever meet Mr. Conman over here, he is just a giant teddy bear. That's all that is. He is very sweet. So, and of course, the both of us would love to connect with all of you guys. If you guys have any show ideas, if you guys want to be on the show, etc. And then, of course, Tapano Cabin is a different kind of nerd show. Y'all already know how we do. So, of course, also go to Tapano Cabin. YouTube channel, and I'll actually link theirs in this video too, so that you guys can go to it. I'm on there as well, so you know, go for me, stay for the fun. And we are also back with the K-Worries Corner reviews. So if you guys have any movies or shows that you guys want me to review, I'm back with that as well. And so you don't hesitate.
Real quick, since we are now on your show, separately from being a part of our show, because she keeps saying tapping no capping like it's a like she's not an official podcaster. She's an official podcaster. Now, past all that, now since we're on your show and you was talking about you reviewing stuff, give these people your honest opinion about Merry Little Batman.
So Merry Little Batman came out like 2 days ago. We got an exclusive look for it on Tappin' No Cappin', and I did not like it. I did not like it for anybody's kids. Honestly, the animation was throwing me off. I think the storyline was like super confusing in terms of time. And like you said, like they have the Joker is 56 or 68. They have the Joker is 68, and then they have Batman as like 50 or 56 or something like that. And I'm just like, but Poison Ivy and all of them are like they
didn't give us an age for that. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like they're not that old. I can see the Joker, but then like you have Penguin, who would I feel like be the same age as the Joker, in a mobility scooter. And the Joker is doing backflips and kicks and like stretching his legs over tables and whatnot. And so I'm just like, I'm not understanding the time. I thought Damian Wayne was okay. They did make Damian Wayne a person of color, which they needed to because he is mixed, because his mother is mixed. Like there was like a few things in there.
It's Arabian and what else?
She is actually, they have her specifically as Iranian and Chinese.
Iranian.
Yes.
Iranian.
So Talia al Ghul is Iranian and Chinese. I gave it a 6. I'm gonna stick by giving it a 6. Somebody over here gave that shit a 9.
That's not beat within context. Give it context. Give it context
for the children, and I was just like,
kids.
For whose children?
For the kids.
Absolutely not. If you want to take your kids to go see it, you're more than welcome to. Y'all might have a different opinion than me. I did go see Godzilla -1 last night. That was like a 15 out of 10.
I also went to go see
amazing.
Godzilla -1 last night, and it was fucking trash.
You are.
It was fucking trash.
You are absolutely tripping.
A snore fest, a sleepover is what it was.
You tripping?
The
anyway.
graphics were terrible. They used basically these weird ass graphics where it looked like a toy Godzilla. The same T-Rex from fucking Toy Story. That's how they made Godzilla was moving in that motherfucker. The buildings crashing down didn't look real at all. The terrible acting with the facial expressions. And then my nigga, I'm not gonna tell you what happened because we ain't gonna do no spoilers. But the main nigga who's the main focus, the main character, went through so much shit. I felt so bad for my God.
I do agree that he went, but he was pissing me off.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought
exactly.
we have the complete opposite of the thing because everybody in my family thought that was good. But I mean,
I'm starting to learn that your family is a little.
My dad is like a huge Godzilla fan, and so like I think a lot of it was like kind of a throwback to things that hit, and of course. If you guys never watched Godzilla from the 60s, it's quite literally a remake of the Godzilla from the 60s, which is why
for the 60s though, not like a modern day version.
Looks like that,
not like a modern day version.
I am excited for Godzilla and Kong: New Empire. I think that one's going to be really fun. But again, back to I'm going to be doing the movie reviews. So because they only have Godzilla slated to be in theaters until the 13th. After the 13th, you guys are getting a full review from me, spoilers and all. So once it's out of theaters, that's y'all. So y'all have 3 days to figure that shit out. And if you are following the Nerd on the Street group on Facebook, it is going to be deleted because there are a lot of dead profiles in there. But it is going to be remade. So if you are in there and all of a sudden it's gone, it is going to be remade because I want you guys to be more active. And that's also where I'm going to be posting where you guys can have more discussions and more suggestions for the show. So we want to be a little bit more interactive with you guys to, push forward into the new year. So that's all I've got for today. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And I'm sure you'll be back for another one at some point in time. But that is it for today. So welcome back to Nerd on the Street, you guys. We are going to move forward way better. This is going to be way better. And of course, y'all already know nerd is the word on the street. Bye.